Hey, everyone. So I want to do a quick video. It's not going to be very long at all. I get to the point. So in a previous video, I talked about making my own juices. Now the process is really simple, and there's a company called Liquid Barn that has made it even simpler. Before you had to go buy your nicotine, your propylene glycol, vegetable glycerin, and then like anywhere from 3 to 12 different flavors. It's crazy the amount of stuff you have to do to get this. And then you have to buy your scale, you have to buy your bottles, your pipettes, all your mixing stuff. And then you gotta figure out your measurements because a lot of scales don't go through milliliters. Like your juice is like 50 milliliter or 60 milliliters or 100, 120, whatever it may be. Instead, the scales usually go in grams. The most popular scale to use when you're doing juices is the American weight scale. It's one of the more accurate ones. But Liquid Barn has pretty much everything you need to make your own juices. Ugh. And it's gotten to the point to where they combined the nicotine, the propylene glycol, the vegetable glycerin into one easy bottle. And you can get in different ratios. I think they have like an 80-20, a 40-60, 50-50, and they have them in like a 3, 6, 9 milligram of nicotine. And it simplifies the process so much. So before you have your bottle, and then you put like 1.04 grams of nicotine, and then your vegetable glycerin, and then your propylene glycol, however much you want to do, and then you do your 3 to 12 flavors. Well, Liquid Barn, I'm not sponsored. I just want to get that out there. I'm not sponsored, not paid. This is just something I'm saying to help other people, tell them where to go to get this stuff at. It got to the point to where you take this bottle that has all the stuff in it, and you just basically just fill it up. I mean, there's no guesswork in it nowadays. It's so easy. And then they have pre-mixed flavors too. You got Tastemakers Collection. You got DIY Dye. I think there's like 1 or 2 other ones. And they tell you what percentage to put. So if it's like a 12%, you figure out your 12% of your of how many milliliters you're making, and that will give you a conversion into grams. If you go online, you look up ejuice calculators, and there's one basic one. I mean, it's so easy. I love it. I can make a 50 milliliter bottle of juice in like 2 minutes. Once I get the big bottle out, and I make sure it's room temperature so it's easy to mix, and then just mix it up. But yeah, I'll put a link in the description to Liquid Barn if you want to check their stuff out. If you're thinking about making your own juice, it's a lot cheaper price wise. I was paying $25 for some really overly sweet, not really flavorful juice. For it was 120 milliliters, and I bought a 500 milliliter bottle of the pre-mixed stuff, which has the nicotine, propylene glycol, vegetable glycerin. It's your base. 5 milliliters of that for like $8, and then you can get 60 milliliters of flavoring for how much was it? $7. And then your flavoring, you're only using like 5 grams, sometimes less. So if you think about it, you're spending a lot less money to make a lot more juice. And some of the flavors are really good. My 2 favorite would be the watermelon or watermelon, whatever it is, one of those 2, and the man, which is basically like a strawberry cream. Both those are my 2 favorites from there. But yeah, I'll put a link in the description. I wish I had my scale and all my stuff. I'd give you a short demonstration on how to do it. But there's a couple people. Oh wait, the best guy to show you really good juicing methods because I don't have all my stuff here, so I can't really show you. I apologize for that. But I will probably do one later when I make some juice, just to give you a quick idea of what it's like. But it's a New Amsterdam vape. He has really informative information as far as making your juices, what type of juices go good together, figuring out different taste combinations, and then steep times, different steeping methods, how long you should let your juice steep for. And steeping is basically from the moment that you fill this up with your juice and your flavoring and you shake it all together, make sure it gets a really good shake, because you want all those molecules of the base and the flavoring to mix and combine really well, so you have a really good, rich, thick flavoring juice. But that's basically what steep is once you mix it up and you let it sit, you just wait. And the wait period for this pre-mixed juice, pre-mixed base and the pre-mixed flavoring, is there's no 2-week steep time. I mean, it says let sit for at least 24 hours. And it's ready to rock and roll. And in some cases, like the man's just the strawberry cream, it really is like 24 hours. I mean, not even 24 hours. There was one day that I was completely out of juice, and I made a 50 milliliter bottle of it, and I vaped it like an hour later. And it was already, the cream and the strawberry was coming out nice, crisp, clean. The cream was really luscious and kind of thick. And it's by far one of my favorites. The watermelon was also really freaking good. It had a little bit longer steep time. It was about 24 hours before the watermelon really started to come through in the flavoring. But yeah, like I said, that's pretty much all I have to say. I just want to make a short video for you guys. And when I get all my stuff set up, I will try to do a more informative step by step on how to mix your own juices. But I will try to find the New Amsterdam vape, put a link to his channel in the description, and Liquid Barn will be in the description. You have a good day.